Hello there. A friend of mine just forwarded me a statement made by Lloyd. It's a very fresh statement that has been issued by Lloyd Evans, and he said that he's under his legal team. He has perhaps an army of uh, lawyers and solicitors, those who are going to be suing your asses, all of those that have calmed down heavily, excuse me, heavily on Lloyd over the recent development. He obviously is not happy about. He basically sees this as an attack, an undue attack on his person, and he said in the statement he wouldn't be talking about his family, his private life anymore, um, uh, and that he's saddened by the patrons that have succumbed to the slanderous accusation against them, and that if they ever change their mind in the future, they are welcome with open arms. And what else did they talk about in that statement issued? And it does also appear that he will be suing those people who have come down against him, down heavily on him over the recent development. And before the statement came in, I was going to make the very last video talking about Lloyd, and I'm not too sure if this will be my last video on this development. And again, I'm not even sure if my ass is gonna be sued. But I'm a friend. I'm like a brother to Lloyd. See me as a brother. And mom, I want to say first of all that I am very disappointed um, over that statement that was issued. I was going to come on and talk about or make certain clarifications over the cost of over the course of a few days now after my recent video. Uh, More evidence and enlightenment clarifications on why people are really angry about the development around Lloyd. I have made a statement that none of this is our business. If Lloyd cheated on his wife, who is without sin should cast the first stone. Almost every man had that propensity to cheat. Every man is a cheater. Almost every man. That's evolution. Okay, so you cheat on your wife. The thing is, it takes you to be disciplined and responsible not to want to cheat on your wife, because chances are that you might want to. Most people who don't cheat on their wives, it's not because they would not have love to, but because they really care about this person. They want to keep their dick in check, and they won't want to, oh, this is gonna hurt the love of my life, I'm not gonna do this. But it's a thing by the way men are built. I think men, we are built to cheat. Correct me if I'm wrong. Men were built to cheat. That's evolution. All right? That desire to have your offspring scattered all over the place for the survival of the human species. That's my take. So as much as I don't endorse or support a man or woman cheating, either way, I when these things happen, I just want those people that are concerned to sort things out. It's none of my business. It's not for me to gossip about it. I do not want to be running around say, "Hey, did you hear that guy over there? No, he was caught cheating on his wife. Was caught cheating on his husband." It's none of my business. But attention has been drawn to the fact that it's beyond Lloyd cheating on his wife. No. And the trip to Thailand, I didn't understand this before, that Thailand is notorious destination for sex slaves. And those girls over there, they're mostly underage, between the ages of 14 to whatever range, and these people, the sex workers, are victims of circumstances and people you want to sympathize with. Before a young girl 14 or 15 takes to the streets, it's not something that she wanted to do. Sometimes when you see the faces of these sex workers, you see haunting images of what they've been through and the story of their lives. And for Lloyd to jet off to Thailand to seek of these people out, at that point, he's crossed the boundary. He's crossed that moral, ethical boundary. As far as the SJW community is concerned, there is no way they will not talk about this. And the attention is also drawn to the fact that Lloyd sits at government table talking about sex abuse issues relating to the organization of the Jehovah's Witnesses and the survival stories. He's a front man at the desk. He's a front man at the desk. And for you to be in that position as representing the face of the SJW community at that time, whether you like it or not, even though I had reason that Lloyd set up this platform by himself, at the time that everybody is not contributing to that cause, and you ask that they donate, and there'll be people who would donate for you to fight, watchtower, or defend the cause of the abuse, sexually abused, victims of molestation and all that. For people to now donate, that there will be those who would donate for this reason, just for people to get justice. I want to think that some persons are compelled to want to donate because of that. So you see where this whole thing is coming from, and that he should be left alone and not talked about, is just not, that's not how things work. It doesn't just work that way. It doesn't just work. You must be kidding me if you're saying that nobody should talk about this issue. At that point, it has gone beyond Lloyd's private affair. It is not about the people. That is it. That's the realization. That's my conclusion. right now. That's my submission. That's what I've come to learn after the first second video I've made. I really came civil, having no choice than to snitch on Reddit. How a survival a victim was abused. Excuse me, what am I even saying? Um, uh, a victim that was suicidal was in the midst of this conversation. I'm stuttering because I don't really have the facts about what actually I understand led Kim to squeal. But I would say that Kim should have had a confrontation with Lloyd. He didn't do that. He didn't let Lloyd know that he didn't buy his ways. He was, according to Lloyd, endorsed the trip to Thailand, and he never had any problem. Only for her to do what it did, the way she did it is one with a sinister motive. That's how I see it. But uh, some argue that he has a reason to do that, but the way he went about it, I don't think I will split with her on that. But that's by the way. That's by the way. And um, yeah, talking about Lloyd and people agitated over what has happened. I really can understand why. I really do understand why. It's no longer about Lloyd's personal, private life. It is now everybody's business. Okay? You can't be hypocritical. You can sit at the front desk talking about victims of sexual abuse in the organization, etc., etc., and at the same time you jet off to Thailand and buy sex workers. A country, why Thailand? The destination he jetted to is interesting. Why was it that I think he should have come to Nigeria? I think um they're sex workers to last a lifetime here in Nigeria. Why Thailand? You know, because I understand that oh maybe it's cheaper over there, Thailand, and the exploitation and all of that. Maybe that's why that destination he fancied that destination, and people are talking about it. No, you can do that if. And I really do understand. If there's one thing I don't um that really turns me off is hypocrisy. One thing that really turns me off is hypocrisy. I can be anything and everything, but I don't I don't do well with no folks that are hypocritical. Why in the organization? I remember when the during the Watchtower study and there are paragraphs that were talking about living double lives and dating those who are not in the organization, fornication and all that. I know that I have a girlfriend as we speak in the house, and I'm here at the Kingdom Hall, and you expect that I'm gonna raise my hand and talk about how morally clean I am? No, I don't do that. What's when I have to make comments like that. No, I just let it go. I don't comment on things I don't do or I cannot do. It's hypocritical. You know what I mean? It's hypocritical. Okay? So that's it. I was going to think that Lloyd should lower his guards, come down from the high horse, and apologize to the SJW community so that he can be the man. If he apologizes to and say, I'm sorry, whether or not sexual repression in the organization must have led him on to this shit, he comes out and tenders a unreserved apology, that would have done it for me. That would have done it for me. And um the I'm not blame anything at all. A separate responsibility. No. You wanna be focused going forward. You are sorry for those people you might have hurt by your indiscretion. That's what I thought Lloyd should have done, in my humble opinion. I say this not out of animosity for Lloyd at all, unlike some people. Okay? I say this from a place of love, not an attack on his person. That's what noble people do. When you screw up, you want to apologize. And I think that the SJW community, from the revelations that are before me, Lloyd has no excuse than to apologize so as to uh, be able to come back to activism, because that's a way I'm gonna look at Lloyd going forward. If his videos and whatever, I was like, man, what are you talking about? Talking about those people that are hypocritical, and you want to show to the world how fake Watchtower is, how dubious, and how etc. etc. And at the same time, you couldn't do or come out clean over some scandal. And how is it going forward in terms of activism? I understand he'll be uploading by 1st of March. Well, I wish him well, but that's my 2 cents. I'm disappointed, and I wish that he apologized to the SJW community. And just to be clear, this is coming from a place of love and not an attack on the person of Lloyd. Wesley Africa TV, why don't you subscribe to this channel? And I'm gonna see you again.